Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see on the previous video, I did install my side skirts. That's all complete. The whole aero kit of the car is pretty much complete with the whole carbon fiber all around. For today's video, I'm actually gonna go ahead and mess around with the reflector of the diffuser. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that. So it's pretty much this red thing right here. So what I plan to do is actually use a rear fog light instead of just having it normal reflector. So this specific diffuser did not come with any light option. So when I bought it, it just came with a normal red reflector right there, which was pretty much just glued in with a JB welder or something like that. But it's pretty in there. I just have to pretty much just break it apart and it'll come out. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen some sort of Formula 1 cars, or other cars on the track that have some sort of rear brake light reflector. So that's actually similar to mine, but with mine I do actually plan to have a switch where I'm able to turn it on and off from the front side, and basically I'll have more control of this reflector than just having it on all the time when the whole lights are on. So what I'm going to be replacing this red reflector with is these right here. So this is one LED. I got this specifically from igdmtoy.com. I'll go ahead and drop the link in the description below. But this LED has 24 individual LED lights. They are red, they're not white. So I'm gonna go ahead and install that. So the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is actually remove my rear bumper, just so I can have access to the rear reflectors. Again, with this diffuser, you do need to remove your whole bumper. There's no really access to really just remove the diffuser and that's it. It's really complicated. So it's always best to remove everything. I already got the rear bumper removed. As you can see, I did cover up my exhaust tips with some cloth and taped it around it, just because I don't want to scratch it. The exhaust tips are really tight around the openings of the diffuser, so again, don't want to scratch up the exhaust tips because they are gloss black, and then just want to keep it clean again. This is the reflector. It's just really just, it should be easy removed. I just have to find a way to break this or safely remove it without breaking anything of the actual diffuser. Once I have this removed, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how it should look like. So I'm gonna go ahead and mock up the LED and just have it right there. So what I plan to actually use is probably a JB welder, which is for plastic, and then just kind of I guess JB weld it around here from both sides. And just in case someday I want to actually remove my rear bumper again, these are actual screws where I can just remove from both sides, one here and then the other here. And then once I have that removed, only the LED piece will come out with the whole cabling, instead of having to struggle to actually remove the weld off the LED. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this and just pretty much again just break this apart and then clean it out. So I went ahead and removed the reflector, and I also removed the JB welder, whatever the company used to make this diffuser, and assembled that reflector in. But as I was removing it, I did actually break my reflectors, but so they are currently in pieces, but that's no big deal because I'm not gonna reuse these anymore. So what I'm gonna use to pretty much just glue these both sides to the diffuser, I'm gonna go ahead and use the plastic welder, which dries up pretty much in black, which says it right here, black plastic welder. This is good for a lot of things: aluminum, glass, hard and semi-flexible plastic, fiberglass, and other more things. This dries up pretty quick, so working time 5 minutes, fixture time 10 minutes, so it's gonna dry up pretty immediately. So once I have it mounted where I want it positioned, where the LED lights is gonna shine from the outside, I'm gonna go ahead and just let it sit right there and then dry up. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how it's positioned from the outside. So it went ahead and dried up pretty good. It's pretty stuck in there. The LED is not gonna be like, you know, officially stuck there. There's actually 2 Allen screws right here on both sides, and it's gonna be easy to remove just the LEDs out, and then while these 2 mounts are still there. So that's the whole purpose of why I did the both JB Weld on both sides, just so I can just remove this part whenever I want to remove my rear bumper again. But that shouldn't be an issue. So the next part is to show you guys the back end, how it looks from the outside. So this is from the outside. It does have like a slight gap right here, but again, that's no big deal. These LEDs were the closest ones that I found that would actually fit this small little area. There's other LEDs out there, but they're either like a square lug, a bigger LED lug that I know it wasn't gonna fit on this one right here. My safest one was to just get a straight LED, not too long again, little short, and the 24 individual LEDs was the closest one, and that's the reason why I got this one right here. From far away you can't really notice it. It's just, you know, when you look it up close, yeah, you will notice it, but otherwise the whole purpose of this is for it to shine pretty bright. Plus this is going to be like down low, you know, pretty much almost to the ground, where it's just going to reflect. But otherwise it's going to be kind of like hard to see this unless it's on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and test it. So currently I have the wires just running through the trunk all the way to the rear seat to the front. So like I said, I am going to be using my fog light button. So it is currently using the same connection, but except I just removed the fog lights and put this rear fog lights instead. So basically I'll have the option to like switch it on and off. So I don't know if you guys remembered, I did used to have fog lights on the front, but now that I have it removed, it's just like, you know, the original OEM caps or whatever you want to call it, the covers for the fog lights. But I did actually wanted to keep still the switch. I did have plans to, like, you know, do some custom on the rear diffuser with the LEDs. So now I'm gonna just go ahead and give it a try. So now the ignition is on, rear fog lights should be on. So can't wait to show you guys. And yes, it is on, super bright. Looks really good. Like I mentioned before, where the gap was, you can't really notice it because these LEDs is just super bright. So now that I have this thing working, all I have to do is just like put the rear bumper in, just pretty much channel the wires nicely, tuck it in through the not rear panels, the side panels, and that's pretty much it. And then currently that wire right there, I don't know if you guys can see it, I just have it there right now. Only had it there just to test it, making sure that it was working properly. It is working good. So again, if I just click on this button, it'll turn off, which is the whole purpose of that switch. So I have full control of that on turning on and off this specific LED light for the diffuser, which is a cool thing. So again, I like having control over some things that I install. So that's in, so I'm gonna go ahead and wire things up. Alright guys, so I pretty much have everything wired up nicely. It is currently channeled through the door panels, rear bumpers channeled nicely through the side of it. So when I open the trunk, you won't really notice where the cables are at. So it's really nicely hidden. Kind of waited until it's kind of like sunset, just so you guys can see a better view of the LED lights. So I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate it for you guys, turning it on and then off with the switch of the that I have in the front. So now what I'm pretty much gonna do is just do a quick walk around with the LEDs on. I'm probably gonna do a quick little drive-by, just so you guys can see how it looks when it's driving by with the LEDs on. But these LEDs are really bright. But anyways, hope you guys like the whole process of me installing the new LEDs on the diffuser. If you guys really liked and enjoyed this whole video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and of course comment down below what you guys think of this new replacement with the normal reflectors with the LED, which is finally functional. So I'm really liking these, super bright. If you guys ever want to consider putting these LEDs on your diffuser, definitely check out the description below. It's super bright again, really inexpensive LEDs. It's like, again, like I think in the 20s, low 30s for sure, but definitely suits the car a lot more better. Hope you guys enjoy, and thank you for watching the video.